Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
The new charges have come in connection to a double shooting in Waterbury, and we've now learned the suspect is the son of the two victims. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Let's get you caught up to speed on everything that's happened in the last 48 hours. Officers found two people shot and killed inside their Beverly Avenue home on Monday night. Police said they caught a suspect in Watertown after reports of a burglary. That was yesterday morning.
So dive teams searched Lake Winnemog around this time last night to try to find his book bag and sneakers and car. And investigators have learned a lot more since then. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson spoke with police today and sat in on the suspect's arraignment.
25-year-old Javion Adams is facing multiple charges, including murder. Police say he has a history of domestic violence and is now sitting behind bars on a $5 million bond.
But the allegations are that this defendant executed both of his parents in their home.
An execution at the hands of their own son. That's what Waterbury police say played out Monday night.
We are going to identify the victims of this homicide. They were Javion's parents.
State attorneys say suspect Javion Adams shot both Carlene Williams and Mark Adams during an argument about money.
This is a very tragic incident, and it revolves around domestic violence.
Javion Adams has a long list of domestic violence charges, like assault and strangulation. Attorneys say previous charges involved both his family and the mother of his child.
This is probably the highest bond that we've seen in the recent past.
Adams' record with the police led the state to ask for a bond of $5 million, as well as life without parole.
And he completely contests these charges.
Adams' public defender says he denies all charges and cites the police's lack of a murder weapon. However, police have found the car they say Adams left the home with Monday night and are processing it now.
The car has been found. The car was located in a park in Middlebury.
Waterbury's police chief says they were able to make the arrest quickly thanks to the department's partnership with local police, fire, and dive teams. But he says the job isn't done. And of course, Waterbury police are urging anyone with any additional information to come forward as they are still investigating this case. We will have their number linked on our website at fox61.com. Reporting in Waterbury, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
Well, now Middlebury Police Department's getting involved in the investigation. Officers say the suspect was wearing stolen boots when he was arrested. Detectives are asking people who live on or near Glenwood Avenue, 3 Mile Hill, Watertown Road, or Middlebury Road to check their surveillance cameras. Officials believe this happened between 5 p.m. Monday through 6 a.m. yesterday. You can contact Waterbury Police if you can help.
And new here at 6, police are debunking a false report circulating online. There were rumors going around online that ICE agents were in Bethel today and detained 3 people. Police say this is not true. Bethel, Danbury, and Brookfield police departments were conducting a search warrant and a drug bust. We're told they arrested 1 person and confiscated fentanyl, cocaine, and some cash. Officers say they'll release more information about this later.
Now to the weather. All clear skies now. That certainly wasn't the case this morning. The rain, of course, though, has since passed. Chilly temperatures are here right behind it.
Yeah, a lot of us dusted off the rain boots and the rain jackets this morning, and it's starting to look like fall is here to stay. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank is here with more on the forecast. Rach.
Yeah, it's already cooler out there than it has been at any point over the last 3 or 4 days, and it's about to get a whole lot colder for tomorrow night into Friday morning. A freeze watch is in effect. So what does that mean? It means temperatures will get close to freezing, and that can damage and even kill plants. So if you have any tomatoes left on the vine, you got another 24 hours to kind of pick them off or cut some of the hydrangeas, enjoy them inside, because they will likely, unfortunately, die heading into tomorrow night. You can also try covering them with a blanket. That sometimes works, sometimes not, depending on how cold it gets. Here's a look at the winds. We're feeling the breeze out there. The wind slowly diminishing tonight. Temperatures are in the 60s, and we are seeing the rain continue to exit stage right. We are dry moving forward. Low temperatures tonight will fall back into the 40s as we head towards daybreak. And tomorrow, high temperatures will only be in the 50s, but we'll see a lot of sunshine. And then again, that freeze watch for tomorrow night into Thursday morning. We'll talk more about that, plus a potential coastal storm this weekend coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. 2 organizations will get funding for energy-saving projects to help small businesses, homeowners, and renters there. Asylum Hill Neighborhood Association and Generation Power CT say they'll use those funds to help positively impact people's energy costs. Fox 61's Jamal Johnson tells us a little more about the types of projects coming to the state.
We are always looking for ways to decrease our energy bills. It's a rite of passage for a homeowner or a renter. Well, 2 Hartford organizations are now using funding received to further commit to their mission of cost-effective energy usage.
This funding is available through the Community Partnership Initiative, a statewide partnership that gives grants to environmental justice communities. Asylum Hill Neighborhood Association is one of 2 Hartford organizations to receive the grant. Director David McDonald says this is AHNA's 2nd year receiving it.
It's helped us a lot to reach out because we have a big initiative to contact all the landlords in Asylum Hill. We want to know who they are, what they're doing with their buildings. Are they actually taking care of their buildings, or are they neglecting them in some way? So we want to reach out to every single landlord. This helps us do that.
Its mission has always been to improve the quality of life in the Asylum Hill area, and one of the main issues is finding good energy efficient strategies.
You see a lot of situations where people, their heat is going crazy. They throw the windows open in the middle of the winter, letting all that heat come out. In the summer, they're too hot. We want to see if we can make their quality of life better.
For AHNA, its upcoming project seeks to establish more direct outreach to landlords so they're aware of energy-saving community initiatives.
Like last year, we focused mainly on trying to contact landlords and property managers through mailing. Right now, we're looking at doing more direct one-to-one outreach to each landlord and each property manager.
The second grant recipient is Generation Power CT. Chief Policy and Public Affairs Officer Gannon Long says they'll be targeting households and businesses in East Hartford.
We know there's people in the town that may live in older housing or maybe haven't had an energy audit recently, paying more than they need to for their energy bills. Sometimes there's simple things that you can do to reduce your energy use, and that's going to make it more affordable.
Formerly known as Operation Fuel, the organization rebranded in June and now looks to reestablish its commitment to fostering better energy-saving projects.
Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. You lose your job, you need help paying your energy bills, you need help finding who to talk to get on an affordable payment plan. And this next year from GPCT, you're going to see more community-based research projects. You're going to see more sharing of data and interaction with, with people that are vulnerable, people that are affected by our energy policies in the state.
15 other groups were selected statewide. Each will get grants ranging from $15,000 to $80,000.
Generation Power Connecticut says their projects will launch later this month, and we'll learn more about those projects when they roll out. In Hartford, Jamal Johnson, Fox 61.
Hey, Jamel, thank you. And by the way, these projects come on the heels of big funding cuts from the White House. Last week, the Trump administration said it is canceling $8 billion in funding for climate projects across 16 states, calling it green scam funding. Well, Congressman John Larson has demanded President Trump reinstate the funding in order to lower energy costs. Larson says more than $14 million in federal funding was pulled from the 1st District he represents, and that includes a project to reduce emissions and lower fuel costs.
We distribute about 45 million meals a year here at Connecticut Food Share, and every bit of support helps.
Across the state, you can buy breakfast sandwiches that give back to those people facing food insecurity.
Yeah, this is something new Connecticut Food Share's doing in partnership with Between Rounds Bakery Sandwich Cafe. They have locations in South Windsor, Manchester, Vernon, Tolland, and East Windsor.
Yeah, plenty of opportunities to give back, and Fox 61's Celine Aruff takes us to one of those locations.
This is a pretty awesome breakfast sandwich, but what makes it taste even better is each time you buy the Becca Bagel, you're helping your neighbors in Connecticut feed their families too.
Breakfast that gives back.
Bacon, egg, cheese, Hellman's Chipotle mayo, and avocado.
Enjoy it on a bagel, roll, or croissant. Owner Jerry Puya is proud to serve the Becca because it serves a bigger mission.
50 cents from each one of those Becca sandwiches goes to Connecticut Food Share, and we're hoping that we can make a very sizable donation.
Connecticut Food Share CEO Jason Jakubowski says every little bit makes a difference. Volunteers, donations, and partnerships like this.
People often think of Connecticut and they look at us as a wealthy state, and they don't necessarily think that there's folks that don't know where their next meal is coming from.
The sad reality is the problem's only getting worse. In the past year, Jakubowski says they've seen food insecurity rise by 11%.
The lines that we're seeing are about as long as they were during the peak of the pandemic. There's about 515,000 people who are hungry here in the state of Connecticut.
It's something Puya didn't realize was such a problem until they partnered with Connecticut Food Share on a solution.
This is the stuff that when you go about your daily life and you're doing well and you're feeling happy, you don't see the people that do need this type of a service and how important it is.
It's an important problem, he says everyone can do their part to help with. At their South Windsor location, they crank out thousands of fresh bagels to sell at their cafes and in local stores.
Each one of these racks holds 22.5 dozen bagels.
It's a family business that wants to make sure other families don't ever have to go hungry.
This community has helped my brother and I do well for 35 years. Now we need to give back.
And a mission they hope you join them for, feeding your neighbors with buying a sandwich, all for a good cause.
This partnership with Connecticut Food Share will run indefinitely for now. Reporting in South Windsor, Celine Air, Fox 61.
Well, Governor Ned Lamont gave the green light today to use state funds so Connecticut's WIC program can continue during the government shutdown. The WIC program supports low-income, pregnant, breastfeeding, and postpartum women, as well as infants and kids up to 5 years old. They receive nutritious food, nutrition education, breastfeeding support, and referrals to health and social services. Connecticut will cover the $200,000 per day costs that it costs to run the program, and leaders say they will do this with the anticipation that they will be reimbursed. More than 52,000 people in Connecticut receive this care.
Now to an update just into our newsroom. West Haven police have identified one of the two victims in a shooting over the weekend. We're told 41-year-old Jose Avila of New Haven was shot 3 times on Sawmill Road. This happened early Sunday. We just learned minutes ago that he died in the hospital. Police say a second victim, who they have not named, was also shot in the same area, and they are still in the hospital. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to call police.